Welcome back to Beards and Brews. Hey, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe or follow no matter where you're listening. Not only does it help us out, but you'll know exactly when we have another one brewing. Gentlemen, about 1,408 days ago, we covered John Wick. And today, it's Chapter 2. What'd you think?
For me, it didn't have the substance of the first. The action is definitely over the top. Seeing John Wick back on the screen is always a plus.
Just putting this out there, if you go back and listen, you can tell John Wick Volume 1, not really my kind of film. This one, even more so.
I find that kind of odd because this one, compared to the first one, be sure to watch that episode. This is the point where the series kind of finds its foothold. Like, the first one's still very grounded in just regular reality, not the fictional reality in the films. But, like, as soon as the EDM starts, like, it doesn't stop for 2.5 movies.
I mean, yeah 100%. It's, I'm out, John. I had a really rough gay sex scene in 44-inch chest. You're back in. And he's like, I guess I'm back in.
Yeah, and that's honestly really all this is. All right, from the first movie, he got out. That's what he wanted. And then this one, he's back in. He doesn't want to be in. He wants to be out again. The whole plan of this movie is for him to do the things that he needs to do to get back out.
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with that because within the series' internal logic, it's just consequences. Everything has consequences. He got out, but he unfortunately got pulled back in. And you can't just be like, well, that was just like a one-off, brush my hands off, time to go watch a Monday Night Football. Am I right, fellas?
I mean, if we're talking about Winston getting out, going back in, getting out, going back in, it was just a one-off, especially in that 44-inch chest scene.
What?
The Continental is just like code word for like the casting couch or some shit.
Oh, much like how the taxis in the opening scene are just props for the new television show Cocaine Cab, where you answer 5 questions to become a coke baron.
Ooh. And we're stuck at a red light, and that triggers a cocaine challenge.
Whoa!
You gotta do 2 wasabi snooters and this fat rail of coke. Then, guess if this is Danish grass.
Sign me up. I can nail that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go for the video challenge at the end. The answer's always schooner.
Schooner is a sailboat, you dumb son of a bitch.
Well, let's talk about how this movie starts, because basically, this is kind of like John Wick 1.5. It begins where the last one ends. Mm-hmm. So, he's kind of got his revenge, for the dog and the car. So, like, he's trying to wrap up his own thing and just go home and chill finally. But, he has to go get the car.
Yeah, and I forgot about this car altogether, I'll be honest.
It's badass, though, isn't it?
It is.
He's got a secondary badass car, too, and we get, like, Wick and Furious, where he runs down that man on a motorcycle to get his little golden coin pass card key thing.
Yeah, he does.
It's like Wick in 60 seconds.
Yes.
He does some work with that Camaro, though. It's really nice. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just really nice to see practical stunt work. I know this is what the series is famous for, but man, seeing people taking their bumps, whether or not they're on a motorcycle or not, is just like, thanks. Thank you, sir, for breaking your body for my entertainment.
What do you think a stuntman's salary is, and do you think health insurance is covered in it?
Yes, I think stuntmen and women have like a SAG. I think it's all inclusive.
Bro,
if you're a stuntman out there, get a hold of us.
I mean, for real though, these people be eating it fucking hard, especially for these John Wick films. Like if you watch a Marvel movie or something, a stuntman is needed for sure.
Sure.
But that's more because their actor is worth umpteen $1 billion.
Yeah.
The stuntmen in this are faceless. They are just a guy in a helmet. There is no, I'm the stuntman for so-and-so. He's just thug number 6, and he's going to be thug number 6, 32, 58, and 16. And he's going to get hit by 9 cars, roll down 4 flights of stairs, fly out of a building, and then have John Wick stab him with a pencil.
I was gonna say, yeah, like by the end of the movie, like some of these guys seem kind of haggard. I'm just like, oh, that was the guy that got hit by the train. All right, he deserves like a timeout or something.
He's got a prosthetic fucking leg, and he's just limping out there for John Wick to hit him again.
Oh, he just rolls up in a wheelchair. John Wick looks at him. He just kind of shrugs like, I gotta.
Please, sir. And then it's like fucking Friday the 13th 2, and he just gets a machete to the face and rolls down some stairs.
Fair enough. Well, another cool thing is like during this whole scene, actually, most of the movie, Montreal was used for New York, and I recognize most of this movie in downtown. Like in that brief encounter with the motorcycle and the Camaro, I saw the movie theater where I eventually saw John Wick 2 for the first time. It was so fucking nuts. I never noticed that.
Ooh, that's some Wickception there.
Wickception. I like
No
it.
kidding.
So I got to be honest, I forgot what happened in the beginning of this movie. It's so inconsequential. It's just like, all right,
It's
go on, get out there, start killing people.
I think plot-wise, it's very kind of moot, but it's there to kind of set the mood, you know? Because like you have all these people that are just like, oh fuck, John Wick, shit's about to get real, but we can't go out like bitches. Let's prepare and see what we can do. So it's basically just like a big old ego stroke for John Wick.
Yeah. What's happening? He's coming to get his car. Can we just give it to him? No, that would make not for a good movie. Quickly, go kill yourself
100%.
by throwing yourself at him.
Guess I'll die.
100%.
One of my favorite things about like the action in the John Wick movies is that it's kind of like in the same way John McClane busts his feet in the first Die Hard. Like John Wick takes some lumps, and he's not like 100% after he gets hit by a car like 4 fucking times.
But he's also not Mel Gibson from Mad Max, where he carries a leg injury through the entire series.
Yeah, that's true. I think the only thing that kind of carries through is the stab in the side. Spoilers.
Just always holding it while he wobbles upstairs. I do appreciate the amount of fucking effort that goes into the gunplay, though. Fucking A, and I'm glad that he gets to showcase his 3-gun skills. And I thought that they do an amazing job in this, jumping ahead just for a moment. But when he sets up in the Coliseum of Rome or whatever the fuck that is, and he's got his shotgun stashed, his AR stashed, and he's got his pistols, and he's moving from A to B and pulling out, and then you get to see the videos of his actual training where he's doing exactly the same thing. It's like, dude, that's pretty fucking sweet that they let you show off your actual talent.
We've been talking about this movie for fucking years, and one of the things that we absolutely enjoyed about it is that not only is the gunplay as realistic as it can be, even though it's gun fu, you know, it's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But just the care and attention down to the bullet. Like he's like, you have 7 rounds in this, and then he uses exactly 7 rounds, takes another gun, checks the mag, he's like, yeah, I got like 10 in here, uses 10. Like the movie is that precise. Like he's not doing anything supernatural. You know, he doesn't have that revolver that has 100 rounds or anything.
No, there's like the great scene again in the Coliseum area where he's got the shotgun. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And he has to stop, turn it over, shove in 2 new shells, blah, blah, blah. Run around the corner, stick another one in, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, I like to see a little bit of actual care put into this instead of him just being like, what do you have? I put on the headband, therefore I have infinite ammo.
If there is anything supernatural going on here with him, I think it's his load management, because this dude would be over fucking encumbered.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. He does kind of deck himself out like Commando, like halfway through the movie once he gets his Italian weapons, and I'm just like, isn't that noticeable?
Yeah.
You know?
Sir,
Okay.
you have a bulge. Oh, pardon me. No, not that one.
Keanu's just rolled up, just like, God just made me that way.
Some guy with a cigarette's like, what is that in your pants? And he's like, it's my Benelli.
You know, you could make some big money in this town.
Now it's the whole 44 chest thing again.
God damn it.
We got to circle back out of this one.
Yeah, we do. What I did like is that as soon as he gets done with like all the killing and he makes it home, or doing all the killing, how does he get repaid? One of his, I guess, would-be buddies at the time is like, John, I come to you on this day of days to ask you to murder my sister.
Yeah. And I do enjoy, like, how the movie retains the look of the first up until the point he arrives at the house. Like, all of a sudden the tone is just like a key in a lock. Just click, changes. Like, this guy is bad news.
Yeah, I mean, somebody shows up like that, you're not expecting it to be friendly.
69 dudes. Fucking Keanu Reeves. Think about it. Bill and Ted, from that to this. Wild.
Yeah, it's just crazy that someone's acting skills could diminish that far.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, if you guys don't know, I think Keanu Reeves is an absolutely terrible actor. I hear he is a great person. I'm sure he is. I think he can't act at all.
Well, Let's go over some of the movies where he may have been great. Bill and Ted.
At least with Bill and Ted and even John Wick, like, it kind of plays to his strengths. Like, in Bill and Ted, he's just like a dumb surfer dude, which I guess he can come across as, given his, like, little accent or whatever. In this movie, it embraces him not saying a damn thing, and that's okay.
Well, Bill and Ted, like, I feel like that's really him. That's the he who is inside, and that's fine. With this, he, like you said, he tries his best just to not say anything. Like, even when Lance Reddick drops him off and is just like, it's been a pleasure, sir. Like, he doesn't even say, like, thank you, or it doesn't say, like, it's been a pleasure, likewise, or anything. He just, like, walks away. Like, bruh.
No, I get it, but it might be implied. Like, you know, he's very, I guess, professional, if for lack of a better term, because he does it a lot.
He doesn't even thank him for boarding his dog, like personally boarding his dog. He's just like, all right, let's go.
They make sure to reference that John Wick is not one to waste words.
Yeah, I'm sure that he tipped him some, like, doubloons or whatever the hell they use.
Doubloons. Yes.
Seems like a dick move.
For sure, but, like, given the context of the character, I think it's just like, you know, he's just headstrong. Like, don't fuck with this guy. You just thank him, don't make eye contact, and move on.
He's the boogeyman, for God's sakes. He doesn't need to say anything. Look at him. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows his name. Everyone knows where he lives.
Seems like a real plan for, like, a hitman, right? You want to be some kind of discreet.
Well, it's all about the rules, right? So it separates us from the animals. So once you're retired, it's hands off. No go.
Yeah, but this guy's like a celebrity, basically.
Yes. Amongst assassins, he is definitely the Scarborough.
He's definitely like the James Bond of MI6. Like, everybody knows who he is, but somehow gets away with it.
Okay.
But in the favor of John Wick, like, he shows up and fucking goes to work. James Bond kind of farts around a little bit, you know? As much as I love James Bond, it just has, like, all these years of shit it has to live up to. John Wick is like a fucking surgical blade.
He is a man of focus.
Yeah, and I think that's a big difference in how much I enjoy the movies, because honestly, I'm not even a big James Bond fan. Like, all of the movies that I've seen are perfectly fine, but at least you get to know the character a little bit. There's a little bit of an allowance to take a breath in between things, and then you'll have the action. Here, it's just like action sequence, then all right, we're moving to a different space, and then another long action sequence, and it's just, I need more than that.
I can kind of see where the difference in how the story is told is not for everyone, because like you said, in like something like James Bond, you have like the preamble, then like a little bit in the middle, you get to know everybody, and then like you have that big set piece at the end. I think the reason why these movies get away with stripping all that out and just doing action to action to action, because all the backstory are from all the secondary characters. Everybody has a piece of John Wick that they know about. And the thing about him, he comes in and just delivers. Like, did you hear about him killing the man with the fucking pencil? And then he just does.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then it becomes the spectacle.
That's the word. The spectacle. It's all about the spectacle. John Wick is not about leaving a quiet, clean scene. He makes a fucking mess. He wants you to know, I was here and this is what I did. Do not seek me out.
But once more, I can definitely see how it can be kind of grating to some folks, and maybe other folks just need that infinite patience.
Ooh. What I've got here today is from Modern Times Beer. This is out of San Diego, California. This is Infinite Patience. This is a 6.8% alcohol by volume India Pale Ale made with Mosaic, Strata, and El Dorado hops. It's a hazy boy. It smells a little bit tropical, but not as much as a lot of the other hazy IPAs that I've had. Really, it's got a punch of that resinous, traditional hop style that you'd usually get in like West Coast style IPAs. It's got that, but it's got that hazy smoothness to it too. But flavor-wise, honestly, it's not as juicy and as tropical as you would expect. It sort of leans on that traditional West Coast style, despite it being visibly hazy. But it's absolutely another solid one from Modern Times, A+.
I'll tell you what's not solid. The foundation of John Wick's home, after like 4 grenades are launched into it. Burning down the house.
Then again, what house is? I feel like it took it like a champ, just like John. and his new dog.
He does have a new dog. What's his dog's name?
Rufus.
Okay, fuck it. It's Rufus. Canon now.
I think in the film he's specifically doesn't have a name for whatever reason. He's just like, hey, come here.
Damn. Like my headcanon was like, oh, it's totally Dog Wick, but Rufus is hilarious. Like that's it.
Dog Wick.
He's going to be the star of John Wick 5. They're going to have to look in the rule book and say, there's no rule where it says a dog can't be a killer.
Oh my God, Airwick.
There's no rule in the book that says a dog can't be a hitman.
He's got a picture of him dunking and shooting a suppressed pistol.
I'm all for it. The hell with it. Just remake the whole movie. Just reverse the roles. It's Dog Wick. They killed John. It's just up this little pooch to save the day.
And they'd still have just as many lines of dialogue as Ruby Rose did in this movie.
Oh!
I enjoyed her subtitles, I guess.
I guess, yeah. They're presented on the screen as if they were coming from like a video game character or something. It's very like Max Payne or something.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I noticed that. This time I watched it on Netflix. I put the subtitles on because I was trying not to disturb the missus. And yeah, they didn't pop up. They're just regular subtitles. I don't know. That's weird. Now that you said that, because I remember seeing that in theaters, I was like, why are they using the Spider-Man font? That's weird.
Damn it.
Well, despite the Spider-Man connection, this whole shebang is just to get John Wick to Rome. Basically just like shoehorning him into the next set piece. But the movie still takes its time in the right area. So like, he has to go to Rome. It's all business.
What got me is this semi-erotic conversation between him and the guy he owes the favor to. Is like, oh, John, you're so manly and scary. If you were going to kill me, how would you do it? Look at you contemplating. Would you use the Mona Lisa? Would you use that marble bust? And he's like, no, I'd use my mitts. And then dude's just like, oh, Jonathan, I just busted.
Oh, Jonathan, you have me so horny.
Yeah. I think if I had like one hard critique, but I know why it is the way it is.
I have one hard critique.
Oh shit. Where's Dog Wick?
He's back at the fucking Hotel California with his stepdad.
Hotel California. Fuck, dude. I just imagine this dumb dog with a pistol in its mouth. Never pulls the trigger, but he shoots everybody.
Oh man, and it's got those goddamn like super bad CGI gun flashes.
No. This is Chad Kaczynski or whatever. Like, he'll do this practically.
The gun is just reacting and the dog's freaking out.
We got to get some ear protection on the dog. We don't want ASPCA, to be honest.
Oh, I did enjoy, this is like one of my favorite little bits though, whenever he's in Rome at the Roman Continental and Roman stepdaddy's like, John, are you here to kill the poop? And he's like, nah. He's like, cool, then head on over to Hacienda Holdings and get your stuff.
I did kind of like that. He's like, oh, John, why are you here? It's not to kill the Pope, is it? All right, cool, chill.
And that's a good little bit because then he gets to go spend his tokens on things like his robust gun selection.
Yeah, and I bet he hits up the arcade too. They've got some badass arcades in Rome.
Dude, he's got like his training montage is him getting the guns and then like him hard cutting to the arcade and playing the fuck out of some Street Fighter.
Ooh, yeah, Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
And the reason the guy asked if he was going to kill the Pope is because he knows John takes Street Fighter way too serious. And then the Pope comes up and puts a quarter on the screen to say he's got next.
Who do you think John Wick plays as?
Shit. I mean, I got to be real and go with my boy Guile. But John Wick, being a man of focus, I could see him only playing as Ryu, though. Like,
yeah,
you know,
that's what I was going to say.
Got to have the meta.
It'd have to be someone quick, concise. Probably Cammy because of those thighs.
Ooh. I used to like to win with her just because she would turn around and she's wearing a thong.
And those butt flaps ain't hiding nothing. But hey, speaking of not hiding, like once John Wick is all like geared up and ready to go, like he just fucking walks in the front door, you know?
I was very, I don't want to say confused. I know that they got a, you know, movie's got a movie. But like you said, there is no, haha. He literally, as you described, walks in the front door, sees a fellow assassin. The guy's like, John, you doing bad things? And he's like, yeah, I am. I got 2 hot dogs for Gary Busey a minute ago, and now I'm gonna go kill this bitch in the bathroom.
And he's just over there.
But like, okay, what is this place? This is supposed to be some kind of a Roman ruin or whatever, but there's a fucking rave going on, or not quite a rave, but it's like electronic Tori Amos or something.
Yes.
I mean, maybe there's a little bit of charm of just like dancing around with glow stick bracelets on the graves of all these Pompeii victims. You know, rave on the grave, John Wick's in the house.
Rave on the grave for sure. These motherfuckers do not fear death because he starts letting loose with old Common, and they're like, "Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo," and everyone. If it's anything that I've ever learned from a fucking movie, is if you are in any type of dance situation and people are shooting, even if someone's yelling guns, 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 then they're still like, party on, dude.
Yeah. After he takes care of what's her name, which is like a little sincere moment. I don't want to skip over that, I guess. But like he just walks out on stage where the band is playing, blows the dude's brains out, and everyone's like, yeah!
Listen, that Molly costs like $25 a pill in Rome. I'm not wasting it.
You're the guy who's just like standing around with some popcorn watching all these dudes getting their fucking melons popped. And you're just like, damn, man, Rome's a fucking blast.
It's bottomless popcorn. So the target was old boy's sister, because the whole idea, she was going to take over a section of the city of Manhattan or whatever, and he can't have that. He wants that section of the city. Go kill her. He can take over the section.
Except for he doesn't kill her. She kills herself after doing a really, really bad rendition of Anna Nicole's You Think I'm Sexy?
Oh, no. I know it's kind of like a sweet moment. I'll say maybe. I'll say it'll lean towards sweet because, you know, they know each other and she does take her own life instead of John putting her out of her misery. But John just walks up and just plugs her in the head just in case. Just double tap.
Yeah, just in case. Why not? Like, get the job absolutely done.
You can't take a chance in that job. Was she dead? Yeah. How do you know? Well, she cut her wrists and then I shot her in the face.
Oh, I thought it was more just like later on, maybe he's talking to Lawrence Fishburne's like, look, she slit her wrist. Why'd you have to shoot her in the head? He's just like, I don't like zombies. Or some fucking thing that doesn't match any of the rest of the movie.
That would have been fucking brilliant. And then the John Wick after the most recent John Wick is John Wick's Undead Nightmare.
I was like, John, you don't have to do this. You eat babies.
Yes.
Oh. All right, so
Bigfoot, it's the man himself. Oh, sorry.
He's grown furry again.
All right, so he's got the deal done. All right, end of movie, right? He can get back out.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of really cool shooting. You get this fucking amazing scene in the subway between him and Common. I want to take nothing away from Common's contribution to this film. I really think that him and Keanu Reeves have an amazing back and forth as two top-tier elite hitmen. And after he kills old girl, they have a shootout. Neither one can really get the upper hand. They're beating each other's ass. They bust through the window of the Continental. And instead of, you know, being unprofessional like he is later, he's like, how about we grab a drink?
Yeah. Bourbon? Yeah.
Two dudes just, man. and then they're just both like, remember when we ate a whole fucking flight of stairs? And they just pound it.
Yeah, dude. That shit was sick.
They do have a little conversation, a professional conversation. It's like, so what's this all about? Oh, yeah. Her brother. Oh, this fucked up. Oh, well, all right, I'll catch you later.
Oh, God, they bust through the window of the Continental and they're still fighting, and out of nowhere, here comes Patrick Swayze. He's like, cut it out, war childs, I'm serious.
Fellas, be nice.
Oh, fucking Roadhouse.
There was a moment that I guess you could take either way. As much as I enjoyed, like, the quote-unquote professionalism and camaraderie, it does seem kind of odd that it's just like instant revenge just all the time. Maybe that's like the catalyst of the whole series. Like this shit just never stops.
Yeah.
But like the more I think about it, I'm like, Common, bro, you're off the hook. You can just do the what the fuck ever now. What you do, just like, were you guys fucking? Did you catch the feelings?
Oh, that's it.
Might have caught the feelings.
I mean, I guess she had power, bro. Whenever she's like undressing to go kill herself, I was like, put it back on. She just looked like, you know, Big Ange or something, some mafioso's fucking wife who smokes 3 packs a day and chugs Chardonnay, and she's just trashy as all hell. I was just not having it.
Listen, you got to type and I got to type. I got to say.
And Chandler just walks in with the slick back hair. Yeah, I'm Italiano. Hey.
The gabagool.
The gabagool.
But after that little bit of rest, John has to go back to New York. He's basically warned everybody, like, this storm's fucking coming. Kinda not my fault. Kinda is, but hey.
Kinda is.
Yeah, but we gotta piece together a solution. So what do you say, Morpheus?
Morpheus is like, you think I'm gonna help you? Bitch, you crazy. Except for I didn't say bitch. I'm white and I can't say what I would say.
It turns out I am 4% black, so I can say it.
Or, sorry to inform everybody, but Chandler had to leave.
He's going to be replaced by the man himself.
Whoa.
Now for my biggest complaint about this entire movie. Everyone is an assassin.
Yeah, the entire city of New York.
Being fortunate enough to have seen the 4th entry so far, it kind of satiates that a little bit. In this movie, they don't exactly tell you why we get scenes like the very end. It does make you feel like everybody on the fucking island of Manhattan has just like a fucking 9 hidden in their crotch somewhere ready to just take out a contract. But in its own lore, in its own meta, all of these people, they work for the Continental. There are still regular people around and stuff like that. It's just the people that John comes in contact with are people out to get him. So they are indeed assassins.
Yeah, but they're fucking like everywhere, dude. Like the guy playing the violin, the fucking fat dude in the hot dog eating contest. These are all assassins waiting for John Wick to walk by so they can stop eating their hot dog and try to murder him.
Well, you guys kind of pointed out earlier, like this is kind of like the mafia, like an open secret, that kind of thing. And the movie does take like the heightened awareness into consideration, but it's a spectacle,
7 out of 10 are assassins, and the other 3 out of 10 are training to be assassins.
They're apprentice assassins.
The homeless are all assassins.
Oh yeah, they're all assassins. Yeah, so what happens here is the guy that lays out the contract for John Wick is like, hey, go kill my sister. Sister's been killed, and it's like, John, now you have to know I must avenge my sister's death. And puts out a $7 million bounty on John Wick's head. So now everybody in this whole city, everybody in the world really who is an assassin, they're getting text messages right now. Hey, beep, beep, beep. John Wick, $7 million on his head. Go get it.
Oh, John Wick, in parentheses, the man himself, wanted $7 million.
And man, oh man, we get treated to just a fucking montage of basically Destiny Child saying they don't want no scrub assassins as John Wick murders half of New York in the open.
I have to let you know that's TLC, not Destiny's Child, but we can leave that in. For the next 45 minutes of this movie, I feel like it's just like pew pew pew. All right, new place, pew pew, more pew. Oh, there's some homeless people. They're pewing.
We do get treated to some amazing sets, though. These super cyberpunk type rooms, they're super fucking cool. There's one that's like a fun house, and we get a lot of really neat visuals throughout this next little piece as the EDM is definitely turned up to 11.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Like, at this point, this is the John Wick that they wanted from the very beginning. But it's just taking the piss with everything, and it's great. Like, the camera work is insane, the stunt work, absolutely absurd. Just some of the ideas that they use, especially when they're going through that mirror room. Like, I know it's all special effects, but I don't know, it's just killer. Like, it's just so satisfying to see care and just this super elevated action.
My favorite part about all that is when they are in that little fun house, like the Hall of Mirrors or whatever. There's like a few genuine little gunfights and tussles going on. Yeah. And he dispatches of everyone in his way, and then Ruby Rose comes in there, her deaf little ass, I guess she is, and she just gets picked up and tossed.
Is it because it's just how she was portrayed? Because through this whole movie, she's not amped as this fucking super assassin like John is, but you do feel that she's going to be an opponent. Mm-hmm, so when she finally gets her time to shine, the reason why she gets rolled over so easy is because John's just that fucking good. That's the movie. That's all it is. It's just John is the best, and we're going to show you why he is the best.
Like, I kind of got the feeling that she was going to turn into, like, maybe a Bond-ish girl, like, start off as a bad guy and end up, like, I don't know, they bone
Fangirl.
somewhere or something. Yeah. But no, there is conflict, and then she is just done.
I'm okay with that. It's just quick, concise, and it just doesn't overstay its welcome.
Meanwhile, fucking old boy is like, I'm a little baby, you can't get me. And he runs inside the Continental, and Winston's like, John, don't. And he's like, nana, nana, and fucking shoots him in the face.
It's incredible. An incredible moment. I gotta tell you guys, like, when I saw this in theaters for the first time, I was absolutely gobsmacked that this movie had the balls to just be like, no. Like, it reminds me of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where Tuco's just like, don't talk, just shoot. And he just does. Like, I'm so accustomed to the movies in the same realm of just like, man, they gotta have the monologue. They gotta just have this last hurrah. I'm like, no, this guy's being a super bitch, and he got punked. Fuck that guy.
Yes.
It does subvert expectations in that when, you finally get the two together, you expect them to have some sort of a build-up or conversation, and you are in this place that, it's been set previous to this, you can't do business, you can't kill in the Continental building. So he just rolls up. Ian McShane's like, John, just walk away. He just fucking does it.
And then credits roll.
Yep.
Not quite.
Not
quite.
If it did, I kind of wouldn't be mad, to be honest. But what they think of next is equally cool. Yes, he kills the man. He's excommunicado. He is no longer a part of this whole spiel under the table. So he has a moment to kind of like go to his charred home and just kind of like collect his thoughts, maybe. But then, of course, consequences. He has to pay for what he does. He goes back to New York and he sees Winston as concierge. And like they have this beautiful cinematic moment that makes absolutely no fucking sense in Central Park.
Yeah, so you're right. He's chilling at his house. Lance Reddick shows up, and I thought it was just going to be like, yo, I'm your boy. I'll take care of your dog. Do what you need to do. But no, he's like, hey, this has got to be done. I got to take you down to Ian McShane. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Bring the dog.
Okay. Whenever this happens and they clear everybody out, I went, all right, this is so there are no witnesses to what's about to be said. And he's like, listen, John, you fucked up. I love you like family. You got an hour. Run. You tell them if they come, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all. And Ian McShane just kind of smiles and goes, duh. Now beat it, you big lug.
Yeah. He just like gives a little punch on the chin, get out of here, sport.
Yeah, they know. You're gonna kill them. Have fun storming the castle.
He just goes back to eating his fucking pastrami sandwich, not giving a shit.
Yeah, but that's pretty much how this ends. As an exact springboard to John Wick 3.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have an ending like this and not have a sequel, because this whole movie is just a prequel to a sequel.
Yeah, I think that's what hinders 2 and 3 by themselves. Since us all four of us sitting here, have the opportunity to watch all 4, looking back, even though I was elated by seeing 2 and 3, it's definitely just like one half of a bridge. It's just there's no connective tissue yet.
Hey, did you like all the gunplay in John Wick 1? Here's all that same stuff, but without all the, sinew and stuff that holds a movie together.
I was here for it. I had a great time with the action. I fucking loved the first one. I can't really add or subtract anything from what you said, Eric. I think you hit the nail on the head. And same with you, Chandler. It's a prequel to a sequel. It's a fun ride that leaves you wanting more and asking questions.
Yeah, when I first saw this movie, I loved it to death, and I still do. Like, I love all 4 of these movies equally, but looking back, it is really hard to watch them individually now, because we now do have the answers to these questions, and we now have, like, all these nonsensical things kind of just starting to make sense. Otherwise, recommended.
If you haven't gotten this already, I like the first John Wick way less than either one of you do. I'm probably on about the same level with this one, To me, it's just as good as like a Gun Fu and One mixtape. There's very little in here that actually holds a movie together. Very little dialogue. The acting, for the most part, outside of a couple of people, is really below par. Maybe I'll give John Wick 3 and 4 a chance, but it's not something I'm excited about at all.
Well, there you have it. That was John Wick, Chapter 2. If you have any strong feelings about the movie or in the show, leave in the comment section below.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Be sure to bash the little bell icon down there too, so you don't miss what we've got brewing up next.
Get out there and follow us on that social medias. We got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddits. We're everywhere podcasts can be found, including the YouTubes. So give us a chance. We can be funny sometimes. And if you don't, we're going to show you our robust selection of things that we keep in our pants, much like that hand-pumped Benelli.
Yeah. Be seeing ya.
Nice.